Hello, great minds. Good day to each and every one of you. I bring you greeting once again this great day. My name is Gode Ocheme. I am your cybersecurity instructor. Today, I want to look at bash scripting, just as we have been learning before. But today, we want to look at a project on how to use the bash scripting that we have been learning. Today, we want to look at how to write a script for network scanning, a script that can actually help us to scan our network, look for open ports and an open port, and tell us which host is actually down or which host is also actually up. So that's the type of script we want to write this morning. So please kindly follow through. As you have known before, launch your virtual box or your virtual machine. So when you launch your virtual machine, you sign into your Kali Linux. We'll be using Kali Linux today. So go to your terminal. For now, we'll be using go to your terminal. Let's say then launch your terminal. Let's create a script. Let's call it. Let's create a folder and put everything inside the folder. Let's call it. Let's call it scripting. Let's call it scripting. So we'll call the folder scripting. So we'll cd it to the folder. We'll cd it to the folder called scripting. And so wow, now we are now inside the folder. We want to create a file. So we'll nano a file. Let's call it my net scanner. Let's call it my net scanner .sh because it's a shell script. Bash scripting is a shell scripting. So we will look at open. The first thing we need to do is to write a bash declaration. So to write the bash declaration, we use hash, then exclamation mark, followed by a slash and bin, which tell us the terminal base, and then type of the terminal we want to use bash. So that is that on. So this is referred to as bash declaration. So the next thing we want to do is to actually just write a simple something to tell us the type of script we want to do. So we'll say echo. So we can just put a style, though this one is just a styling. Want to styling, so call it network scanner. So styling, this is just a styling. So network scanner. So the next thing we want to do is to prompt the user to enter their subnet IP. So we'll say read is a command that is used to prompt the user. So we'll prompt the user -p. You can say enter your subnet IP address. Enter a subnet IP address. So enter a subnet IP address. We'll close it. Then we will call the variable subnets. So that is that we are. So we'll call the variable subnet. So let's echo another and say echo scanning subnet. We just want to display this on the terminal. Echo scanning subnet $subnet .0/24. So it's a class C IP address. Subnet are actually class C IP address. So we will send it into a. So we want to put we'll create an empty list. So here we'll save all our subnet inside. So we'll call it live hosts. So all the live hosts will be saved there, equal to. So all the live hosts will be saved inside this empty list here. So we can now write our for loop to actually iterate through the processes for us. So let's say write a conditional statement if I can mean anything. I simply means individual. I here simply means individual subnet. So you see for I in, so we put it within a range. Say let's say from 1 to 10 first. So for I within the range of 1 to 10, we can increase it. The last is just 254, but for now let's just put 10 for a sample sake. So for I in 1 to 10, for I in 1 to 10, for I in the range of 1 to 10, then do what? Then what do we want to do? Then we can say do. So for I, so sorry, let's leave them. Not if statement, so for statement, sorry. So for I, say for loop. So I in 1 to 10, do IP equal to dollar subnet is equal to subnet dot $i. So dollar subnet dot $i, let's put it within let's make it a string. So we can now write ping. We can ping this IP address, ping minus C1. Want to ping it once. So that means why you put C. C means count once. So minus. So in 1 second. So minus W1 1 second dollar IP. So we want to send it to a dev none. So we cannot say a dev. We don't want it to print on the terminal. Say dev none. So dev none. So this is for what we just did here. What we just achieved here was we scan each IP. We look through the IP address from the range of 1 to 10. Then it will scan, it will ping it for us. So we want to write a conditional statement to say if this is successful, then it should tell us the host is up. But if it is not successful, you should tell us the host is down. So that's what we want to do right now. So we can also use an if statement. Say if dollar question mark here means success status. So if this is successful minus EQ, so just as I explained from the onset, that EQ, we have unary operators and relational operators. Unary operators are those actually make use when we are making use of integer, while relational operators are used when we are using string. And if you can look at here it's actually a string. So that's why we're using EQ. EQ means equal to. So unary operator, so we cannot say if it is equal to 0. 0 here does not mean the 0 we know as an integer. 0 here means a boolean, which is true. So it says if it is successful, which is true, then do something. Then echo host. Echo host is up and active. Echo host is up and active. $IP. So X if it is not. So we want to save before we do the else statement. Let's save the live host. Live underscore host. We want to save it in equal to. So host is equal to plus equal to, that is increment. It should be increasing. We want to save it inside the IP, each of the IP address here. So what we just did here is that we say live host is equal to, remember we create an empty string here. So create an empty list here. So if each of it will save it, each of the subunit, each of the subnet, it will be saving it inside this particular variables. So that is what we want to achieve here. That's what we achieve. So each of the subnet that is off, it will save here. Everyone off, it will save it here. So that's what it will do for us. X echo host echo host is down and inactive. So $IP want to bring out the IP of the host that is down. So f of I done. So let's look at what we just did and go through it again for better. Okay, so say first of all we define the declaration. We echo just a sample, a heading, say network scanner. We prompt the users to enter their subnet, and when the user enter their subnet, it will echo scanning subnet within the range of class C IP address, which is 24, which is class C IP address. We save the IP address inside a variable and empty list. Then we look through the process. We look through the IP address from the subnet from 1 to 10. Then we save the subnet. We concatenate the subnet together, and then the subnet, and then each of it from 1 to 10. Then we ping the result. Then to check for if the connectivity. So if it is successful, it will echo host is active, and then it will give us the IP address that is active. Then it will save it inside this particular list. So but if it is not successful, it will tell us host is down. Then it will close. The FI is to close the if condition we write. Then done is to actually close the for loop that we started here. So that is the basic. That's what we just did right now. So let us save our work and run it and see the result it will give us. So I'm going to save it now. To save it, press Ctrl O and enter. So Ctrl O and enter. So let's change the mode. CH. So CHMOD plus S to give it an executable command. So we have given an executable command now. So let's run it. So when we run it, it will ask us enter our subnet. So we enter our subnet now, an IP address 217.214.213. So we did just the subnet. The subnet is actually the host IP address. So the network IP address, I mean to say, not the host. So we'll enter this. It will look at it now. It will tell us if the host is down. Look at it. It will tell the host is up, and the host is up and active. It will tell us the host is from the range of 1 to 10. If you want to increase it more, like if you want to make it a complete subnet, you can actually do so if it is what you want or what you intend to do. So that is how to actually scan whether a host is up or down. From this we can modify this script to check for open ports within each of these. To check for open port within each of these IP address that is up or down, or that basically up. We can check for IP address, or scan for IP address. You can scan for open port per se if it is what we want. So how do we do that? We can modify this script to help us a lot. So let's get back to our script. So let's get back to our script. Here we'll write another script. So it is optional. So optional. This is optional if you don't want to do so. So we want to scan the IP address, and so can just say echo let's type nmap scanning. Echo nmap scanning. Echo performing nmap scanning. Okay, so let's prompt the user whether they want it or not. So read -p, enter the prompt the user, do you want to perform an nmap? Do you want to perform an nmap scan on the live host? Do you want to perform an nmap scan on the live host? So if yes, so they will have the decision to enter yes or no. So if yes, we can. So if yes, let's call this scan. So we'll give it a variable scan. So we can write our conditional statement if $scan, if the variable scan is equal to, we are using equal to here because this is, so if $scan is equal to yes. So if it is equal to yes, so if $scan here is equal to yes, then do something. What we want it to do, then we'll run a for loop for IP in the list for IP in the list of live host, live underscore host, all the live hosts. This hash means all. So for IP in the midst of the live host, for IP in the list of live hosts, do something. What do we want it to do? We want to echo, so echo running nmap scanning on the live host. Run an nmap scanning on the live host. $IP. So I want to run an nmap now. So nmap minus s of v, that means shared version. So timing is 4, not too aggressive. So $IP on each of the IP. So we done. So done. So that's what we do. So we run an if statement. If the person say no, oh, I don't want to run an nmap, you should say another thing. So you cannot say else echo keeping an mmap scan. Keeping an mmap scan. So we completed this in echo scanning completed. Scanning completed. Total live hosts. Total live hosts. Total live host is dollar live host. Dollar live host. All of them. So with this, let's run our script and see what it will give us based on the new code we just added. So let's clear the terminal and run the script again. So it will ask us for IP address. We enter our IP address again. So let's scan it for us. So we first of all do an mmap scan. So it will scan it for us first. After scanning, what is it saying? Syntax near unexpected token. Where read do you want to perform an mmap scan live host? Where? So let's see it, line 27. Line 27. If then for IP in this, do echo this. Yes, it's line 27. So let's check line 27. Line 27 here. Where is that where I start from? Let's check it very well. Okay. Here is the problem. We didn't close this string. We didn't close it. So let's close it. Okay, so I think it's corrected. Let's check it out again. Save. Clear the terminal. Let's check it out. So let's run it. Okay, I think it's working now. So do you want to perform an mmap scan? If I say no, so it will say what is it again? Syntax or unexpected end of file. In what line? Line 40. Let's go and fix it. Line 40. Okay, the support, we didn't close this if statement here, so let's run it again. Okay, let's say no. So you can see it will skip the scan. It will just list out all the live hosts for you. So let's run it again. But this time we'll run we'll run it. So yes. So you can see it is scanning. It is scanning each of it. So the first one you want to scan is 153.1. Okay, thank you all. So this is how you can create our network scanner using bash scripting. See you once again another time. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more video, for more tutorial. So thank you and see you in our next class.